Friday the 13th, 40 Years of Terror. In the shadowy world of horror cinema, one name has struck fear into the hearts of moviegoers for decades: Jason Voorhees. Today, we embark on a chilling journey through the Friday the 13th franchise, where superstition meets slasher in a deadly dance of horror and suspense. Number 1. Friday the 13th, 1980. Our journey begins in the summer of 1980 with the original Friday the 13th film. Directed by Sean S. Cunningham, this movie introduced audiences to Camp Crystal Lake, a place that would become synonymous with terror. As we met the camp counselors, we also met the relentless killer, Mrs. Voorhees. Little did we know, her son, Jason, would soon take the spotlight. Number 2, Friday the 13th Part 2, 1981. Just a year later, in 1981, Friday the 13th Part 2 continued the tale. This time, it was Jason himself who donned the infamous hockey mask, setting the stage for a series of gruesome killings. The franchise had found its true villain, and Jason Voorhees became a horror icon. Number 3, Friday the 13th Part 3, 1982. In 1982, Friday the 13th Part 3 brought Jason's reign of terror into the third dimension. This installment even gave him his signature weapon, the machete. The franchise was evolving, and Jason was becoming more terrifying than ever. Number 4, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984. Or so we thought. Friday the 13th, the final chapter hit screens in 1984, promising to end the saga. But, as horror fans know, Jason's story was far from over. The final chapter was anything but final, and it marked the beginning of the series' resilience. Number 5, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, 1985. In 1985, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning took a different approach, featuring a copycat killer. Jason's legacy lived on, even without his physical presence. The franchise proved it could reinvent itself. Number 6, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, 1986. The following year, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives resurrected Jason in a supernatural twist, turning him into an undead juggernaut. With each film, the franchise dared to tread new ground. Number 7, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, 1988. Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood in 1988 introduced a psychic heroine who squared off against Jason in an unforgettable showdown. Jason's adversaries became more resourceful, but the body count continued to rise. Number 8, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, 1989. In 1989, Jason took his reign of terror to the Big Apple in Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Despite the change in scenery, Jason's brutality remained unchanged. Number 9, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, 1993. In 1993, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday explored Jason's supernatural origins and ended on a jaw-dropping cliffhanger. The title may have promised finality, but fans knew better. Number 10, Jason X, 2001. Jumping ahead to 2001, Jason X took the franchise to space, proving that not even the depths of outer space could contain Jason's rage. The franchise's ability to embrace absurdity became its strength. Number 11, Freddy vs. Jason, 2003. Then, in 2003, horror icons collided in Freddy vs. Jason. Jason faced off against Freddy Krueger, providing fans with a crossover event for the ages. The Battle of the Titans thrilled audiences. Number 12, Friday the 13th, 2009. Finally, in 2009, Friday the 13th received a reboot, reintroducing Jason Voorhees to a new generation of horror enthusiasts. The franchise had come full circle, proving that, like its masked antagonist, it would never truly die. As we conclude our journey through the Friday the 13th and Jason movies, one thing is abundantly clear: Jason Voorhees is a timeless figure in the world of horror. His story is a testament to the enduring power of the slasher genre. So, the next time you find yourself in the vicinity of Camp Crystal Lake on a Friday the 13th, remember to stay vigilant, for the legend of Jason Voorhees lives on, ready to strike fear into the hearts of all who dare to cross his path.